What's up, everybody? It's Harold with Nurse Angie Reviews and Adventures, and there's no watch there. We'll have a watch there in a second, and it's probably going to be an Invicta. Just a heads up on that in case you want to go ahead and click off this now because you're a snob and you hate Invictas. So I'll give you 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Wrist roll. Makes you even worse, doesn't it? I had to do the wrist roll. Had to do the wrist roll. Anyway, guys, today we are talking about the Invicta Pro Diver 8932 OB. This is their quartz watch. It's got a 37.5 millimeter diameter face. So, small, yeah. I mean, let's compare apples to apples and get the Duro Marlin Fishy watch, whatever you want to call it, which that thing is badass. I love it. I love it. So, just a comparison, you know, right? So this little guy, this little watch gets a lot of hate and a lot of love too. The one thing I will say about Invicta fans is if you go to some of their groups, those guys are fanatical about their watches. And they could buy the worst freaking Invicta that you could imagine. It's like got 2x4s and sheet metal strapped to it and chains and boat anchors, and they love it and they don't diss each other over it. Do I like those watches? God, no. No. But that's my opinion. But I don't go rubbing an entire brand just because I don't like them. Except Hublot. Maybe Armatron. We'll see, though. We'll see about Armatron. But, I mean, here's the thing with a watch like this. It's an homage watch, right? So, it's paying homage to a Rolex. Does this look like a Rolex? Yeah. A lot. It really does. And is it trying to be a Rolex? Maybe in part. I mean, it's got Invicta written all over it, so it's clearly telling the world, I look like a Rolex, but I'm an Invicta. Okay, fair enough, right? Is the quality there? Look, you could get this watch for 50 bucks. It's got a heck of a good ride. It's a solid watch. It is, for the money, come on. It's pretty hard to beat. Now, of course, this just stomps on in for about the same money and kicks it all over the place, but we're talking Casio here. There's, okay, so got Invicta, got Casio, right. So, my thoughts, you know, and there's some groups, some pages, YouTube pages out there that have literally torn into this thing, and I don't think that's exactly fair. I don't think it's entirely fair. Look, I cannot go out, my wife and I get good jobs. I can't afford a Rolex. I can't afford a used Rolex. But what if I want a Rolex? What if I want the experience of something that has that look and feel and the weight and the chunk of a Rolex? Here you go. Right? So is it so bad that people may have to go that route? No, it's not. There's nothing wrong with that. Some of the, you know, I used to review flashlights professionally. And the thing about flashlight reviews was the amount of snobbery out there. And I see it a lot. I see it here. And that's okay. You can be a snob all you want. That's on you, not me. You got to live with that, not me. But it's not fair to the people. Like I said, I'm into budget watches, so I'm going to kind of keep it that way. So, my opinion, hell of a watch, even if it looks like a Rolex and you hate it. So, again, this is reference number 8932 OB. Now, a little bit more about this watch. The first thing to know is all Invictas have a 3-year warranty. Go to Invicta.com if you want to know more about that. So, some of the pertinence on this. Obviously, it's stainless steel. It's got a 37.5 inch wide case. 18 millimeters on the band. The band length is 215. Got plenty of links. It is a PC32A TMI movement. It is quartz. This is the quartz version of it. Obviously, there's nothing rocking on the case back here, right? So, mineral glass. I kind of wish it had a sapphire, but you know, for the money, what can you do? You know, 50 bucks. I guess can't really expect a whole lot, but you do get quite a bit with this watch. In my opinion, I love it. It looks so good too. You know, it's just a good looking, chunky little watch. Don't care much for the Invicta writing on the side. But like I said, you know, some people, they just can't afford the big bad Rolex. You know, they can't do it. Got some link action there for you if you are so intrigued. Get a closer up of the links. Like I said, I like this thing. I think it's a damn good looking watch for the money. Yeah, right now on Invicta.com you can get this for about 50 bucks. You can get that little watch for about 50 bucks right now. Or you can go out and buy a Rolex for, I don't know, what Submariners are going for. I don't pay attention because I sure as hell can't afford one. But that's what gets me, and that's partially why I created this channel, was to defend. And it's not a copycat, not that it's a copycat watch, because let's face it, it is. It is. But it's a damn good watch for the money. It's a high quality watch for the money. I could easily take and go get a $30 Armatron and compare the two, and this absolutely destroys that Armatron 10 ways a Sunday. It just wrecks it. There's no comparison. There's nothing to compare it to. Some caveats about this little watch. Again, I've got average size wrists, so it sits well. Let me put it on here. It fits well on me. You know, it fits really well on me. I like the feel of it. It seems like it's almost a sweet spot size for me, if not a little small. I like dials from 39 to 42. This is a little on the smaller side for me. But, I do think you're not going to go too wrong with this watch. I don't care what they say. And believe me, there's a lot of hate, there's a lot of love. But again, I got to give the Invicta people a lot of credit. They're fanatical about their brand. I mean, with good reason. Like I said, do I like the watches that look like a frickin' pinball machine strapped to your wrist? Hell no. I think they're terrible. But I think everybody ought to have a few of these in their collection. I think it's worth having. I think there's definitely something more to the Invictas. Band's a little wobbly, sure. This is a little tight. You know, if you compare it to this, right? Try that on this. A little harder to do. So, good, bad, ugly nuances. It is what it is. But like I said, for the money. So, in defense of Invicta, I think for 50 bucks you're not going to go wrong. What is the waterproof rating on this bad boy? I'll have to look that up again. There you got it. So, that all said, folks, not much of a review on the thing. What could I say except to try to defend the poor thing from snobs? Right? Oh, the poors are at it again with their Invictas and their Timexes. You're damn right we are, and we're going to continue to do that. Anyway, folks, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. See you around.